go. All right. Welcome, everybody. Midweek check-in. My name is Russ. I am the host of Trauma Talks Live and Coffee Talks. And this is just a chance for us to jump on midweek and see how everybody's doing, see if anybody would like some support, has any questions. Normally, it's just me rambling about something random. But today, we just finished recording Trauma Talks Live, and my good friend Kevin here with Toss Catch Heel was on there commenting. So I decided to bring him on and kind of see what's going on in Kevin's world with Toss Catch Heel and how that's progressing. And maybe he can give you a rundown kind of what it is and what you guys might be able to experience from it. So Kevin, you want to introduce yourself? Let us know who you are and, where you're coming from, all that good stuff.
Well, thank you for inviting me to your little chat, and I appreciate it. And I've been very busy the past few months. I've been working on my website to try and get it to be a little more user friendly for the people that are, having difficulties in whatever area of life that they're dealing with. And I've been on social media. I've been spending a lot of time on threads and kind of getting a real earful or eyeful, I guess, with a lot of the people on there. There's a lot of people that are struggling in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
And, but I've been working on my website to get it to be more friendly to people and instead of more commercial.
Sure. Yeah. I've always strived to kind of keep mine more personable or
Yeah,
personal, I guess. Yeah. A
right,
little less salesy.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm just trying to get it to a point where it'll help the people feel seen when they come onto my website,
Yeah.
and offer a lot of different little um, elements to what I know, what I can help with. So,
Yeah.
uh,
So for those of you who don't know Kevin, Kevin's been a member of our men's trauma unlocking group, and I think you joined the mental well-being club group as well, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So he
haven't
was
not.
one of the guys I had on a year and a half ago on the podcast.
It was actually during. Was it a year ago? I thought it was just this past summer or something like that.
Maybe it was. Yeah, it was a while back. But for those who don't know you or haven't seen the content from before, do you mind just sharing what Toss Catch Heel is and kind of some of the stuff you're working on with it?
Right. So toss catch heel is my way. So first of all, I started it to heal myself, to kind of bring myself out of my own darkness, my own Darth Vader like um, world, and from some traumas that I experienced from losing my family and my parents and my sister and a few other little issues here and there, along with that one relationship that I talked about through YouTube, and that was kind of a stinger as well,
Yeah.
and just because it threw me off guard because I was in that relationship first of all, just after, like, right in the midst of losing my parents. So it was,
Yeah, it's a lot for a nervous system to have to go through.
yeah.
Yeah. For those of it looks like we just had somebody join us. So for those of you who are joining us live, My name is Russ. I am the host of Trauma Talks Live and Coffee Talks Live. And this is just a midweek check in where we jump on if anybody has any needs, any questions, anything, or if you just like to jump on live with us and interact with us, that's fine too. Just drop your stuff into the comments on the video and they'll show up here in my chat. In fact, we'll just go ahead and share them on the screen too. That way, me and Kevin can keep an eye on them. Go here, there we go. Yeah, so any chats will just pop up there on the. Please,
Okay.
any chats clean, guys. This does get simulcasted out to YouTube and Facebook as well. So we want to make sure that we're keeping the content for everyone clean. Go ahead, Kevin.
Okay. Yep. Absolutely. So, toss, catch, heal is, like I said, my own little way of healing myself. And then what it is a juggling type of movement exercise that uses movement. It uses a rhythmic movement. It uses a bilateral movement of which stimulates both sides of the brain, both hemispheres, and that actually stimulates the connection between both sides of the brain, and that increases the gray matter, the white matter, and all that good stuff. And I'm talking off the cuff here, so and I've I began to do my juggling just to see if it would actually do something for my nervous system.
Right.
And I knew about the research and all that beforehand, many years beforehand. But I never really I put into practice. Obviously, I've been juggling for 30 some years.
Right. You were working as a clown at the time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I went into massage therapy,
Right.
and I was thinking, in massage school, I was like, I wonder how I could use this to even learn my muscles, my different movements of the joints and everything, and um, that became a little handy. I didn't use it all the time, but it came in handy a few areas, and so as I was coming back to when I was experiencing the traumas of losing my parents and everything, and other factors,
Mhm.
I um, I was like, okay, I'm going to practice this just to see how it would work, and uh, if it does anything, I'll keep going with it.
Yeah.
Uh, and so um, I started practicing my clubs, and I told you this before, that I was doing some tricks that I normally didn't do,
Right.
and it started to feel good that I was accomplishing something, and that I had a
Well, I'm sure
little bit.
you're getting some dopamine in your system from
Exactly,
success. You're getting
exactly.
serotonin because you're playing. You're having
Right,
fun.
right. That's it. That's the key right there. Is it's play.
Yeah.
And so when you're playing, you're not going to be experiencing trauma or
Well, and
the
you're also reducing the amount of time spent in your limbic system because you're going to be more
right,
present. You can't physically do well. I guess over time, as it becomes muscle memory, I guess you could physically do
right,
it without thinking. But in the beginning, you would definitely have to be present to be able to accomplish it. Right.
right, right.
Yeah.
And you always have to be present to some degree anyway. So you're
Sure.
not going to be spending that time, in fight, flight, or freeze.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so we're and so yeah, I felt the dopamine, and then the next thing, like I was telling you before, that I experienced less rumination, less mind looping of all the things that I had gone through, and why this and why that, and so then I I kept practicing for about 6 months, and I started really coming out of my that dark shell. When I was a massage therapist, I came up with a term called the shell of stress,
Mm.
uh, where the muscle tissue, the fascia and the muscle tissue, would actually harden uh, the more that you would um, have less movement,
Sure. Well,
less and
that
more
make,
stress.
yeah, that makes sense. If you're constantly bracing, you're constantly like flexing,
Right,
bracing. That makes
right.
perfect
You're
sense.
clenching your
Oh
jaw.
yeah, jaw, shoulders.
Yep, yep. You're
Yeah.
holding your shoulders like they're earrings.
Protecting your neck. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's all going to tighten up, and I would feel it, right up in the dowager's hump area, and on other people that I would work with, right?
Right.
And um, and so uh, that shell of stress just builds up in the tissues, and that's what's really happening when you're in that fight, flight, or freeze. It's holding up in the tissues. It's not even all up in the
No.
mind
Yeah.
area.
That energy is definitely being held in the body because
Right.
as your brain starts signaling all those adrenal glands to start kicking out cortisol, adrenaline, all these stress hormones, it's just you have no choice but your body to be energized. You can't
Exactly.
energy can't be destroyed, right? It can only be
Exactly. It just
expended.
right. And it changes form. It goes into a different state,
Hmm.
and so a uh, the liquidy type of soft muscle tissue turns hard, right? And it
Hmm.
crystallizes and it hardens up, and now you can't move as well, and now your gait is all wrong as well.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and also, I mean, with all those stress hormones running through your body, there's also a lot of inflammation too, and that can be
right,
detrimental. I mean, that can be you're cutting blood flow to different parts of your body at that point. That's when your joints start to deteriorate, and yeah.
right.
So I guess just the physical act of moving and getting some range of motion is
That in itself is a win-win.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well,
And
thanks for jumping on with us, man, and letting us know what you're working on. If anybody wanted to get in touch with you to do some work in the juggling
so
area, how
go
would they?
to Right. Go to healthavenues.com, and that should be able to take you to whatever I built my new new homepage, and that should take you wherever you need to go. I'm still working on the online course of Toss Catch Heal. So the first uh, element will be scarves and flow state. Is
And
the
that's that demonstration you had where you were tossing it and allowing it
Yes.
to, yeah,
Yes. So that would be the first stage that I would take people through, is these what I call scarves and flow state through the toss catch heal system. And
yeah,
then the second system would be bean bags, where I call it drop zone. And drop zone basically teaches you that dropping is a good thing. It's data. It's teaching you that um, it's safe to make a mistake. It's safe to fail.
yeah.
Failing is not such a bad thing. It teaches us so much. It doesn't feel good at first, obviously.
Well, it feels like failure, but until you
Right,
start to realize that failure is just a step towards success.
right,
You
absolutely.
can't succeed without failing first.
And then and so that would be the next step, where I take people through the beanbag juggling elements, and I break it down into very micro um, steps, so that it's so easy. It might not be easy to learn like immediately. The scarves are actually pretty easy to kind of learn pretty quickly, but
Yeah.
the beanbags take a little bit longer. Uh, but I make it to a point where it's almost a no-brainer. It's really about tossing the bean bags using your body and allowing the body to move, allow the body to relax, allow the body to um, feel the rhythm. The rhythm is the motion, and so then you have motion is medicine,
Hmm.
and so that's where I'm going with it. And then the third stage would be what I call cascade. Now, cascade is the main juggling movement. So I named it after that because it's a complex system of moving the balls back and forth,
Hmm.
and but it's actually relatively simple to learn. It's not easy to learn, but it's simple to learn.
Well, what I love about it, and I think I expressed this during the podcast when we were together a while back, is it's movement, which movement helps expel energy. If you've got sympathetic energy in your body, the only thing you can do is get rid of it, or it just sits and festers. And that
Right,
energy is those hormones, right? When those hormones
right,
get put in your body, you have to use them or they just sit there. And if you are
right,
constantly flooded with cortisol, you have to
right,
move through it. It
right. And that's why
also
we
teaches
exercise,
you,
right?
yeah, it teaches you safety and failure.
Right,
It teaches you that failing is not necessarily mean a lack of safety. You could
right,
fail in a safe environment and learn from it and end up
right,
becoming a step towards success. So that's
right,
something I really love about it too. And then the dopamine
right.
hits,
Dopamine is
the
important.
reward of accomplishing something and becoming good at
Right.
something and becoming better through muscle memory and all that. I love every bit of it, man. I think it's a really cool idea. And I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see where it goes.
I can't wait either. I'm really trying to work my tail off with getting it put up because I know that it's gonna change a lot of lives once I can get it out there.
Sure.
Uh, just got to get people to see the benefit of it and know that they can actually do this. Uh, if there's a difference between wanting to do it and not wanting to do it. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it, and you're not going to practice it, and you're not going, But if you try it out and it feels good to you, why not keep going with it?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds really cool. Cool. So healthavenues.com.
Yep, yep.
Go check out Kevin Howely, guys, at healthavenues.com. Toss Catch Heal is the name of his program. If you watched our last episode of Trauma Talks
I also
Live,
have.
good.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries.
I also have a sister program called Focused on Motion, which is going to help with um, like the toss catch heal is really about the trauma type of the depression and stuff like that, the anxiety, the what I call the so I coined a new term sort of. Emotional homeostasis. So that's where we're trying to get to is that
Yeah. Rest and
emotional
digest.
homeostasis. So,
Yeah.
um, and so the other thing is really about peak performance and creativity, kind of just getting that meditation similar to like a Tai Chi type of thing, or just it's a movement meditation. It's really what it is. And
Yeah.
so it's two ends of the spectrum. So
Yeah. I love
I'm
every bit
working
of it.
on both diligently. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a really, it feels like a really simple, very easily accessible way into healing
yeah.
without overwhelming the nervous system with
And we take it step by step.
lingo and all that stuff.
Right. We slow it down very much. I mean, we're
Hmm.
not going to rush you through the whole thing, and we're just going to take you step by step as you learn it, and then get you to the next point. And
Yeah.
because that's what it really takes.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, Kevin. I really appreciate you joining me for the midweek check-in. If you guys want to still ask questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Kevin's pretty active on some of the groups where these are present. So feel free to ask. I'm sure he would love to answer any questions that you guys have about his program or about him. In the meantime, if you guys are looking for a club, something that you can have that would be a regular, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent feeding of your soul, of your healing journey. That club is the Mental Wellbeing Club. That is being created by the Mental Wellbeing Company. I have founded the Colorado Springs chapter of that club. We'll be meeting on March 7th, just coming up here in a couple months. And that will be focused mainly on men's mental health and men's healing. That by no means means that if you are a woman, you can't attend. I would love for you to attend. It would be great for you guys to understand men's trauma a little better. Might help you understand the men in your life a little better. Might help you understand some of the stuff that you've been through with toxic partners in the past as well. Men, I would love to have you there because we have been taught over the last decades that vulnerability equals weakness. And I want to teach you guys and show you guys why vulnerability actually equals strength. And the only way we're going to heal our community and heal ourselves is by being vulnerable, accountable, and really looking inward and seeing what's going on. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next recording. Take care. Maybe not. Kevin, I'm just going to close the window. It's not allowing me to close it. Take care.
All right, you too.